A refrigerator used to be the one appliance you didn't worry about. 15 years, 20 years, it just ran. Now Consumer Reports has surveyed over 66,000 units, and the number is brutal. 1 in 3 modern refrigerators needs a repair within just 5 years. You are paying more than ever for a product that became less reliable, not more. That is the first betrayal. Somewhere along the way, refrigerators became disposable, and the engineering decisions that got us here were anything but accidental. A refrigerator used to be the one appliance you could count on. The old machines were heavy, loud, and simple. Open the door, and you would hear that steady hum. No touchscreens, no Wi-Fi, just a box that kept your food cold for 15 or 20 years, sometimes longer. Vintage ads from the 1970s and the 1980s did not have to promise miracles. They promised reliability. A hot point in the basement ran for half a century. A GE in your grandmother's kitchen outlasted 2 mortgages. The expectation was set. Buy it once. Forget about it for decades. Now that promise is gone. The numbers are not a matter of nostalgia. They are a matter of public record. Consumer Reports surveyed over 66,000 refrigerators bought between 2014 and 2024. 1 in 3 needed a repair within 5 years, not a dented door or a loose shelf, an actual breakdown. That is a 33% repair rate before the fridge even hits kindergarten age. The survey did not just ask about lemons or budget brands, it covered every major name, every price point. Reliability is collapsing across the board. The betrayal is personal. You pay more for a fridge loaded with features, smart screens, ice makers, Wi-Fi, dual evaporators. You expect an upgrade. Instead, you get a ticking clock. The new machines are sealed shut, packed with proprietary parts, and when something fails, you are told the repair cost is almost as much as a new unit. The old fridge was a buy-it-for-life appliance. The new one is a gamble. The industry's own data shows the risk is not just real, it is routine. Consumer Reports analyst Megan Carter calls it the 5-year cliff. She says, "We used to see 15 to 20-year lifespans as the norm. Now we see a third of units needing repairs before year 5. Warranties have not kept up, and the cost of fixing a major failure can be brutal." This is not just a story about bad luck or one brand's mistake. It is about a system that quietly retrained everyone to expect disappointment. The fridge is no longer a member of the family. It is just another rental with an expiration date built in. That is the new baseline. Trust broken, ownership hollowed out, and the first step toward an economy where replacement is the rule, not the exception. The pressure to redesign refrigerators did not come from consumer demand or some hidden flaw in the old machines. It came from Washington. In 1992, the Environmental Protection Agency launched the Energy Star program with a promise: save electricity, save money, save the planet. At first, it was mostly a sticker on computers. By 1996, refrigerators had to earn their way into the program. To get the blue badge, manufacturers had to cut energy use below government thresholds. The rules were not suggestions. They were the new price of entry for every brand that wanted to compete. A timeline of targets followed, each one squeezing another watt out of the system. The Environmental Protection Agency kept tightening the numbers, and by 2013 the bar jumped again. Now, to win Energy Star, a fridge had to beat the federal minimum by at least 10%. That meant new guts, inverter compressors, smart controls, and a sealed system that locked out the old repair tricks. Efficiency was the only story that mattered. Everything else, service life, repair cost, even the right to open the machine, became secondary. Policy did not stop there. In January 2024, the Department of Energy published its latest rulebook. The new standards, set to hit in 2029 and 2030, demand even tighter energy use. The fine print spells it out. Manufacturers need variable speed compressors and advanced electronics to meet the targets. The Department of Energy calls it a win for climate and consumers. But every time the rules tighten, the machines get more complicated, less fixable, and more expensive to own when something breaks. Dr. Ana Rodriguez, a senior analyst at the Department of Energy, puts it plainly. We design policy to move the market. Every time we update the standard, we expect manufacturers to innovate. That is the intent. The intent is clear. But the side effect is a new generation of refrigerators built to pass a test, not to last a lifetime. The old cold box was a tank. The new one is a compliance project. If you want to know why your fridge is packed with electronics you never asked for, look at the policy timeline. The rules changed and the design followed. What was once a rugged, repairable machine became a black box, optimized for efficiency, but fragile in the real world. The heart of the refrigerator, the compressor, used to be a known quantity. For decades, it was a heavy, chugging piston built to run for 20 years or more. If it broke, a local repair shop could swap it out, refill the refrigerant, and have you back in business by dinner. The design was simple, mechanical, and open. You could trace every wire and hear every click. Every part had a purpose, and every failure had a fix. That era ended when the policy push for efficiency started squeezing every watt out of the system. Manufacturers began rolling out variable speed compressors in the mid-2000s, calling them inverters. The promise was seductive, up to 30% more efficient, quieter, and supposedly longer lasting. LG's linear compressor, first launched in 2012, dumped the old crankshaft and replaced it with a straight-line motor. The marketing said it would last 20 years and run whisper quiet, under 45 decibels. The brochures called it a revolution. The spec sheets boasted 30% energy savings. But the real revolution was in what you lost: access. The new compressor is a sealed, computerized black box. The electronics are built in, the refrigerant circuit is locked down, and the control board is married to the motor. When something goes wrong, it is not just a bad part. It is a bad part that poisons the rest of the machine. A failed inverter board can fry the compressor. A shorted winding can send metal shavings into the sealed system, contaminating everything from the evaporator to the expansion valve. The repair is no longer a swap. It is a full system replacement. The cost often rivals a new fridge, and the labor requires specialized certification. Suddenly, the repairable cold box is gone. In its place, a compliance project designed to pass an energy test, not to survive a decade in your kitchen. This is not an accident. The spec sheets and efficiency claims are written for regulators and showrooms, not for the people who have to live with the consequences. The machine is optimized for a number on a sticker, not for the owner who just wants to keep groceries cold without gambling on a 5-year time bomb. The industry sells you a computer that happens to keep food cold and then tells you it is your fault when the system fails. They want you renting your life through replacement cycles. The way out is to buy for ownership. 2019 was the year complaints stopped being just stories in repair shops or on internet forums. They became a matter of federal record. A group of LG owners filed a class action lawsuit in U.S. District Court, laying out more than 200 incidents where the company's vaunted linear compressor had failed, sometimes within the first 2 or 3 years. The court filings are blunt. Refrigerators that should have lasted a decade or more were breaking down, spoiling food, and leaving families with machines that could neither be fixed nor replaced without a fight. The complaint did not just target the hardware, it called out LG's warranty language, promises of 10-year compressor coverage that in reality left owners with the full cost of labor and a sealed system that most independent technicians could not legally touch. In 2020, LG agreed to a $3.5 million settlement. The terms included free replacement compressors for affected units, a written notice to owners, and a fund to pay out restitution. But the fine print stayed, and after 5 years the warranty would only cover parts, not labor. The settlement also forced LG to update its warranty language, making clear that labor for sealed system repairs was not included after the initial 5-year period. For many, this was no victory. The cost of a compressor might be covered, but the labor, often running into the hundreds or even thousands of dollars, remained the owner's problem. The machine might be under warranty on paper, but in the real world it was disposable. By 2023, more than 40 new plaintiffs had come forward, reporting that even after receiving replacement compressors, their refrigerators failed again, sometimes within months. Rebecca Morris, the lead plaintiff in the follow-up suit, describes the cycle. You get a new compressor, maybe it runs for a while, then the same thing happens. You lose your food, you lose your trust, and you are told to pay for another repair. The court docket is now a catalog of broken promises. It is not just a few unlucky owners or one defective part. It is a system that delivers documented harm and then tells you to accept it as the price of progress. The evidence is public, the injuries are real, and the risk is anything but rare. The technician cracks open the sealed system. A hiss escapes, followed by the sharp scent of refrigerant. On the workbench, a glass vial fills with compressor oil, swirled, cloudy, flecked with black grit. Under the harsh glare of a shop lamp, those specks glint like filings from a ruined engine. This is not just a broken part, this is a crime scene. Metal shavings in the oil mean the compressor has eaten itself from the inside. The debris rides the oil through every pipe, every valve, every corner of the sealed loop. Once the poison is in, there is no shortcut. The entire system is contaminated. The evaporator, the capillary tube, the expansion valve are each now at risk of clogging or seizing. A simple swap is no longer possible. The only honest repair is a total gut job. Evacuate the refrigerant, flush every line, replace the compressor, and pray the contamination hasn't already doomed the new parts. The technician holds up the oil sample for the camera. This is what failure looks like now. One bad board, one shorted motor, and suddenly you need a hazmat suit and an EPA-certified recovery tank. Federal law demands certified refrigerant recovery for any sealed system work. No certification, no legal repair. The process is slow, expensive, and unforgiving. This is not a quick fix. It is a full teardown, a specialized ritual that most local shops can't even offer. The technician's tools are lined up like surgical instruments, but the outcome is rarely clean. The cost? Usually north of $1,000, sometimes more. And the worst part is all of this just to get back to where you started, a cold box that should have lasted years, now fighting for a second chance. The sealed system is no longer a safety net, it's a trap. Once contaminated, your fridge is living on borrowed time. The warranty game is rigged. LG's 10-year compressor promise sounds generous, but after year 5, the fine print snaps shut. Parts are covered, but labor is not. That means if your sealed system dies in year 6 or year 9, you're on the hook for everything that actually makes the repair possible. The compressor might show up in a box, free of charge, but it's just the beginning. Sealed system work isn't a quick swap. It's a surgical teardown, certified techs, refrigerant recovery, specialized tools, and hours of careful labor. Home Advisor's latest survey puts sealed system labor between $100 and $250 an hour. 5 hours is typical. The invoices tell the story. $1,250 for a compressor replacement in New York, $1,210 in Illinois, $1,380 in California. Every line item, labor, refrigerant, EPA fees. The part is free, the pain is not. This is not an accident or a loophole, it's the design. The warranty is written to sound like protection, but after 5 years, it quietly becomes a coupon for a part you cannot afford to install. The average repair cost hovers around $650, but sealed system failures blow past that. For a mid-range French door fridge, the bill often matches the price of a brand new unit. The technician shrugs. He has seen it 100 times. Owners call, hopeful their warranty will save them, only to find out the labor alone makes repair a bad bet. The system is set up to teach you one thing. When the heart of your fridge fails, you replace the whole machine, not because it is unfixable, but because the repair math is stacked against you. The result is a slow, grinding shift away from ownership toward a disposable mindset. The warranty does not protect you from replacement, it steers you right into it. Modern refrigerators promise convenience, but every new feature, such as through the door ice, Wi-Fi, or touchscreens, creates another way for things to go wrong. Inside, complexity piles up, with more circuit boards, more water lines, and more ways to fail. In May 2017, Samsung quietly acknowledged a flaw in their French door models. Their service bulletin admitted the fresh food compartment ice maker could leak, freeze solid, or burn out its motor. The fix involved pulling the whole assembly, steaming out frost, swapping seals, and hoping the replacement kit held. Nicole Tran in Dallas remembers mopping up puddles and waiting for parts, only to repeat the process months later. The bulletin warned that if the kit was installed incorrectly, the warranty disappears. What looks like a luxury is often a gamble on reliability. Consumer Reports found that refrigerators loaded with extra features have up to 15% more service calls than basic models. The Federal Trade Commission took notice in 2021, singling out refrigerators for restricted repair practices. Their report described proprietary parts, locked diagnostics, and warranty loopholes that block independent shops and owners from fixing their own appliances. The outcome is more breakdowns, fewer real repairs, and a repair market tilted in favor of manufacturers. Europe has drawn a line. In June 2024, the EU passed a law forcing manufacturers to keep spare parts, software, and manuals available for at least 10 years after a fridge is sold. Any qualified shop can now replace a compressor, a control board, or an ice maker assembly, not just the company's own techs. In the US, regulators have talked, but rules remain voluntary. In Europe, ownership means you can keep your appliance running. In America, replacement is the default. Emily Shaw, a right-to-repair advocate, offers a rule. Skip the kitchen computer. Choose the model with the fewest moving parts, the longest support window, and a warranty that covers both parts and labor. Buy for ownership, not for features you cannot afford to fix. Today's fridge isn't just a cold box. It's a computer with a sealed system designed to fail where you can't reach. That's not progress. It's a business plan. They're selling you a premium headache and calling it innovation. They want you renting your life through replacement cycles. The way out is to buy for ownership. Drop your repair stories or survival tips in the comments below. If you're tired of products that fail before they should, subscribe. This channel is about exposing the design choices that made everything worse and finding what's still worth buying.